Okay.
Hello guys, how are you doing guys? Today I decided to bring for you this video, which is a story of a lecturer in 3 different universities who actually decided to do farming. And here is what we are going to learn from her. Let's take a look at this video. Don't forget, this video has been actually the effort of Wode Maya. You can go to his YouTube channel to get more videos like this. I'm trying to bring this video for those who missed it or those who could not find it easily, so that the story of farming in Africa can be spread to different people and to inspire very many people around the world. So if she did it, so you can do it. Let's see, why did she leave her being a lecturer into farming? What inspired her to do so? Let's get on with this video. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please, I'm waiting. You can subscribe right now. Yeah, so thank you for those who have subscribed to this channel. Let's get on to the movie and watch it.
I'm so glad I decided to go on this journey, because every single African that I meet along the way inspires me more. And listen, if an African inspires me, that's why I need to use this platform to inspire you. We are changing the narrative, not just showing you the beauty of Africa, but letting you know that it's possible to make it in Africa. She has done it. And I know and believe that you can also do it too. I believe that her story might inspire so many university lecturers. Hey, and I'm thinking, if we get our university lecturers out of university, who's going to teach us then?
I'm Grace Wode, a full-time farmer of goats, matoke and sheep, based here in Rakai, Central Uganda. Basically what we do, we are majorly into breeding goats and breeding sheep. We also do the importation. We also offer trainings to farmers out there.
Believe me or not, this is the most beautiful thing I've seen since I came to Uganda.
Thank you.
How does that make you feel?
I feel happy as well.
Seeing all these goats, sheep, cows around you, waking up to them every morning.
It's a beautiful moment. It's a beautiful scenery. I love it. That is more reason as to why I left Kampala to come here and do it full time, because I love it.
You're living 6 hours away from Kampala. You don't like the city life?
City life bores me actually. I always tell people that every time I'm in the city, I fall sick, and sometimes I'm broke when I'm in the city, because it's so expensive to live in the city.
You used to be a lecturer in 3 different universities, and you decided to quit and become a goat farmer. See, I have questions that I ask anyone that I meet. No, don't hear me. Are you sure you're okay?
I'm good.
No. You mean you chose goat farming over lecturing in a university?
I was very sober when I made this decision, and I don't regret it. And I would advise anyone out there who wants to live office life, they're always welcome to come, and I advise them. Basically, I'm one kind of person who loves experimenting, exploring, creativity. I'm hands-on. I hate doing the same thing over and over again. You get it? Here, when you're on a farm, you always experience challenges. You're always creating new solutions. The money was good, but it was not as good as the money I get from goat farming, because it's I get from several incomes, streams of several incomes.
Are you saying being a goat farmer worth more than being a lecturer in 3 universities?
It is. Obviously, in the first 2 years, it was not easy because I was just starting. But after I'd established myself, I did the groundwork. I did the branding, the marketing, because I do most of my marketing on social media. Things started falling into play, and I never regretted. The money I'm earning here is 3 times more than what I was earning as a university lecturer. And on top of that, on top of the pressure of, you have not taught here, you must teach here, you must mark examination scripts, you must do this and this. So I quit from one university to the other, and then I came for this.
How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this for 8 years now.
8 years?
Yeah, 8 years. I've been doing it for 8 years. And it's quite a journey, a very interesting journey, full of ups and downs, but I don't regret. And I'm never quitting.
How many acres do you have right now?
We farm on around 200 acres of land. But this is family land. This is not my land personally. We farm on family land.
What do you mean by family land?
This is my daddy's land, my father's land.
Okay.
I requested him, can I use part of your land, because he had cows on. And his first instinct was, he gave me all sorts of risks. The goats will be stolen, you'll not manage staying in the bushes, they will disturb you, you may end up being raped, all sorts of things for a girl child. I told him, you know what, Dad, let me try it out. If I fail, I'll come back to you. So every year that passed, I kept improving, every year. So every time he comes here, he would say, oh my God.
How did it start? Your father gave you the land, and then from there?
Okay, how I started, you can imagine even after teaching in 3 universities, I didn't have the capital to start. The money never used to come on time. No, the money never used to come on time. They would only pay us when we are about to strike. Like most university lecturers, we are about to strike, then they give us a little bit of the money, and then you pay your rent, you pay for food, fees, and what. I'm like, no, I can't continue doing something like that. Wow. So I said I quit. So when I started, I got a friend who is a farmer, who is already an established farmer. He loaned me 5 million. 5 million, that is roughly like $1,200. Okay. He loaned me that money. I started with 30 goats, and then I also got a few males. I started with, you'll see the makeshift house, that I didn't have enough money, that even the timber, some of the timber, I would nail it myself to cut on the cost of building that house. And I started with that. And what made me so famous that everybody wanted to know, I'm a lady, everybody wanted to know how I make it. Because most people come in, even the men come in, and they fail on this. And like, how does she do it? Why does she make it feel appear so easy, yet it's not so easy? Yeah. So that is the kind of thing I wanted to bring out.
Yes, don't forget that we are changing the narrative. What do you think about this? We want to make sure that people get to know that it is possible to make it in Africa, and that Africa is the best place that you can do any type of business, including farming. Okay, so this is what we are interested in.
So what I started doing, when everybody thought that farming is hard, I would go out and do the research. Because I was a former lecturer. I make simple templates. To my shock, up to now, those simple templates I used to make short notes, and I give them on people on WhatsApp, on Facebook. People still use them up to now. But I was also green about goats. I was totally green. But I would do my research, give out the rest, and eventually I became an expert on goat farming. That is how I am now.
Does it mean that you had a passion for goat farming?
I had a passion for farming because we grew up as farmers. My dad used to get all the money. He used to pay our school fees in advance, a year in advance. He would come here, sell a few cows, give each one their pay slip, they go to the bank and they bank the money a full year in advance. And that's I'm like, if he can do it with his little salary, because he's a surveyor, he's a retired surveyor, he was earning very little. If he can pay for all of us, the 8 of us in advance, then farming, there's really something.
But we are living in a continent where we don't see farming for elites. We see farming for poor people.
Exactly.
I mean, you used to be a lecturer, now you're a full-time goat farmer. I mean, if you should say something to change the mindset of young Africans out there, or Africans in general, what would that be? Okay. We as Africans, we should change the narrative about farming. It is us, not anybody else, to change. Like, I've come out and I'm passionate about goat farming, and I'm great at goat farming. Somebody else there, like Daniel, is good at chicken, poultry farming. You get it? Yeah. Anybody out there, what I should tell all Africans out there watching me, farming, you can never go wrong in farming. Obviously, the first 2 years may not be easy because you're still grumbling, you are struggling with little resources. But with time, every time you repeat something, consistency, you always earn out of that thing. So farming is our gold mine in Africa, but most Africans don't know that. They run to the city, they rush to go to
the Asian countries to go and look for work. Our gold is here. Actually, I feel bad when I see people selling land to go in the cities.
So this goes to the Africans who are just there sleeping. You heard it for yourself that farming is actually our gold mine. Okay, so there are very many people who are selling vast land, communal land. Sometimes they're selling large acreage of land, but how much can that land pay you when you do it, when you change it into farming? So we have to think and put our mind far ahead to think about farming and invest in it. I like what I'm hearing, and I think it's so far where it is creating some impact in me personally. And let me hear from you guys in the comment section how this video is hitting you and how you're enjoying it, or is there anything that you can say about it. Let's try to prove those who say Africa is not good enough. Let's prove them wrong. Okay, let's move on with this video until the end.
Like I said, not everybody is passionate. You know, this kind of business requires somebody who is passionate. That when there are losses, you still continue going. When there is, when you have got something, you still, every time it is always, they always need something to keep you going.
What else you don't have in here? Because I've seen matoke. It's like you.
Basically, our idea here, we want to make this an agro-tourism kind of farm. And where farmers come to get all the information they need about something, about livestock. We are into Borani cows, we are into local goats, we are into Boer goats, like you're seeing. We're also trying to start sheep farming. And why we started the sheep, they are low maintenance. We have the grass and they don't require a lot of capital. Basically, as soon as you buy them. The only maintenance we incur there, it is for deworming them and also for the person who herds them. There's nothing else. So it is a small cost and they give us good money. And the reason as to why most farmers are going for sheep farming, reason being farmers are failing to grow the numbers in what? In goats because of the high mortality. So there in Uganda, like you have seen, you not see anywhere where there is a butcher for mutton, but the mutton still goes. People sell it, it still goes. There is no butcher that you go to a specific place and say, I want mutton. It's not there. But the market for the sheep is quite growing. It is growing all day long.
If farming was used to punish us, even in schools,
Yes.
does it mean that there's something wrong with our education system?
There is something.
You used to be a lecturer yourself.
Yeah. There is something wrong with our education system. Reason being that it is affecting us in one way or the other. One, when we are in school, what they do in our schools, they pump our children with a lot of theory. A lot of theory. How do you teach somebody something European history? It's not helping us here as Africans. Let's start by learning what makes us special as Africans. Let us start by learning what makes us tick as Africans. You get it? Most of the things I'm doing here, they are not out of that I've not copied them from the Bazungus out there, the whites out there. No, this is African setting. Simple. Any African out there can make it. But when we grew up, when we were young, the baddest and the thing that used to make most Africans hate farming, they would beat us. They would beat us. They would punish us. When they are punishing you, they punish you and they give you a slasher to gun slash. They punish you, they give you a chunk of land to dig. So most people grew up hating farming, hating agriculture. Agriculture is not meant to be dirty. You can see my hands are clean. You get it? One can get money out of there. Farming, you can work at your own pace. Farming, you open up your mind, the creativity, the innovativeness. You always read something. If it is in the US out there, you have seen it. Why can't I apply it here? Why can't I use it? And Africans, we are very innovative. Simple things, creating solutions for challenges that are facing us. We don't need the whites to come and help us here. No, we don't.
So what you're saying is that we need to create African solution for Africa's problem.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
How is the demand?
The demand is overwhelming me. I've told you my numbers are around 700.
Yeah.
I have the land, I have the expertise, but I don't have the kind of capital to allow me to push my goats to 3,000, because that is my target. I don't have the demand is overwhelming me. Why they are clocking 700 only, not even 1,000? The demand for the goats is overwhelming me from all over East Africa. That actually currently I'm no longer picking calls from Kenya because I don't have goats to give to them. The demand is overwhelming me.
Does it mean you need partners?
I need partners.
Individual partners?
I need individual partners to come and we do this together. We increase the goat population. I can assure them that the market is there. Those who have seen me, at least they have seen me sell goats on a weekly basis. Managing human resource is becoming the hardest, especially with our youth. They don't want to work. They want to slay in Kampala. They want to take nice pictures. When you bring it up, they are only good at negotiating good salaries. They don't want to work at all. Then the other challenge, like I told you, you can see our farm is a little bit in the valley. So we experience, especially in the rainy season, we get a lot of water coming.
Pardon.
Yes, the upper part, because the goats and the cows have to cross over to go to the other part, which has a lot of vegetation. So usually we have foot road. And it increases our expenditure on medication every rainy season. That is one. Those are the two biggest challenges we face as farmers. But the issue of market, I have a very high demand for goats. My goats are highly sought after. That sometimes I switch off. Actually, like right now I've switched off my phone. It would be buzzing.
How many people have you employed so far?
I employ 22 people here, and majorly full time they are 15. And then the casuals are the rest.
Employing 22 people as an individual is a very great impact in the life of the community or in the life of the country. That is really so amazing. Okay, if only one person can employ 22 people, guys, let's say about 20 people in this business, how many of the people will have been employed? So let's try to do this business, and let's try to create job for others and create job for ourselves, and that is how we can change and be better. Okay, so let's do this, and in the near future you will see your community, you will see your country changing and developing economically. And this is also one way of making your country healthy, because when you keep goats, in terms of food security, you are really contributing. You are not contributing only to a person, you are not contributing only to the people you're employing. Okay, you are also helping the world achieve the SDGs. Okay, so this is what we can do as an individual, this is what we can do as a community, this is what we can do as a country. So, okay, we promote farming. This is the way to go. According to me, farming is the way to go. There is no need to be unemployed when you have 1 acre of land. There's no need. Okay, so just do what you can do in the 1 acre of land, and from there you progress, and you'll find yourself expanding and employing more than what this lady is employing. Yes, so that is one of the things.
Separate them for their moms?
Yeah, we separate them because we don't allow them to go to graze. When they rush hairs around, they scratch themselves. It is this simple.
It's giving us a show. It's telling us that what she said was true. Look at that. Oh, okay.
So when I got the money, that is, we put up that, majorly for the exotic goats. They like clean environment, and it is easy to clean.
This looks beautiful.
Thank you.
It means like this one, when you had good money, that's when you built this one.
This is, but Africans out there, don't fear to start. Start with the little money you have. Use locally available materials. That is what I use. That is eucalyptus. The timber I got, some timber I got from the farm. It is only the nails, the net, and the castle I've put, and also the roofing. But the rest, it was just simple things to start. Don't start extravagantly. You find somebody that started with a house, very expensive house. Time for stocking goats, they stock very few goats. And they have used all the money to construct the house. It does not make economic sense for a farmer out there. Yeah. We do our water collection. Water used to be a challenge, and we realize our goats need fresh, clean water all the time.
Yeah.
So we do the water collection, and then we bring the troughs. But right now, all our dams, we have several dams in every corner of the farm.
Okay.
They are drinking in the different corners. But June, July, when the water is reduced, we start using some of this water here.
Do you have electricity here?
We use solar.
Solar.
Solar. This place is always lit up. It is solar.
Do you sometimes do crossbreeding?
Do I what?
Crossbreed.
Crossbreed, yes, we do crossbreeding. These are all crossbreeds. They come from the local goats. These are all crosses.
Okay.
Yeah. And majorly also these from this side are local goats, are crossbreeds from the exotic. So what is born here, if they look nice, we like them, we transfer them this side. The house is in the background.
Yeah.
When I was starting in 2015, that mud house is where I used to stay with my workers because I was cutting costs and I had nowhere to stay. So I would stay in it's not cooked. It's consumed as a sweet banana. This is not sweet but when they ripen also, there are some people who like to eat them when they are ripe. They can also be sweet as those. But majorly we cook it. Every home we cook it katogo in the morning breakfast. You can have it for lunch. You can have it for dinner. It's just like that. Okay.
Do you eat this?
Yes, we do eat this yam. It is very delicious. And what we do,
With the leaves?
the leaves, we feed the leaves to our local chicken there, the turkey, we feed it to them. What do you do with the leaves?
I'm heartbroken. I'm heartbroken.
We don't eat the leaves here.
No. I'm heartbroken. You don't eat this?
No, we don't. We give them to the chicken. They enjoy it so much.
To every Ugandan watching me right now, this is called kontomire, the cocoyam leaves.
Yeah.
This can give you one of the best sources in the whole world. And this gives blood. Wow. If you don't have blood, you can actually chop this, boil Cassava leaves.
It has cyanide. We don't feed it to our goats. It is poisonous. It causes miscarriages. And also goats that feed on the cassava leaves, they don't usually fatten.
And what about this?
The banana leaves, we use it to mulch. And then if you are not using it to mulch, we can give some of it to the goats.
Okay. Finally, we have something in common. Finally, we have something in common.
But the leaves, what you should know about the leaves, there is no nutrient content if you give it to the goats. Basically, you're feeding them to water. You're feeding them water. There's nothing in a nutrient in them.
Jeez.
That's why your goats are small.
That's why we have small goats.
Exactly. That cyanide cannot allow a goat to grow fat.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it is poisonous.
So
we don't feed it.
We feed them with our plantain leaves.
That is water.
Jeez.
There is no nutrient content.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I hope West Africans are watching this video. Your final message to Africans watching us right now.
Okay. My final remark on Africans out there, don't be afraid to farm. Farming is fun. Farming, you have a lot of, you have a big environment to explore your creativity. It is raw data about farming experience in general here in Uganda.
Thank you so much for watching, and I'm so inspired, and I know and believe that you are also inspired. Like this video, subscribe, and to be part of us. Bye.
Once again, guys, we have come to the end of this video. Please, if you're watching me from a different platform, go to YouTube, type Dibonda UG, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, comment, and you will never miss on any upload that will come from me in the next episode. Please do so, and you will encourage me to go and do more videos to get more information and such kind of learning videos, and better to help us learn and change the world. So I love you guys. Thanks for watching this video until the end, and until we meet again in the next episode, salute.